What's up, you guys? It's 2024. I'm sorry, what? You mean to tell me that lockdown was 4 years ago? Apart from that, I still am not over the fact that I'm 30. Make this make sense, please. How am I 30?
Yeah. Come, Pepe, Pepe, you too know Pepe. Yeah. Come, Pepe.
There's so much hype around being a certain age and accomplishing certain things or having certain things in the bag, and I am so over it. What is with these milestones anyway? As soon as you're born, these milestones start counting. I just had twin babies. If you don't know, hi, my name is Itunu Pepper. Welcome to my channel if you don't know me. I just had twin babies, and you would always see, hey, from 1 month, your baby should be doing this. From 2 months, your baby should be doing this. 3 months, your baby should be doing this. And I'm just like, listen. And that had me thinking about us as adults as well. I mean, these are babies. They don't even know that they're being scored on anything. We're here as adults. We know these milestones. We aspire to hit those milestones. And really, it could just be so draining. There's so many things that I've imagined about the age 30. Being married, having kids, having a job. But what happens when you hit every single one of these milestones? Like, what next? You got the ring, you had the kids, you've got the job, and now what? Do you like all of a sudden just start feeling like you have your life together? Do you all of a sudden feel like, hey, I'm living good? Do you feel this inner sense of fulfillment having hit those milestones? I'm gonna speak from my perspective. No, it doesn't naturally feel like that having hit those milestones. Feeling fulfilled is a balance between hitting those societal milestones and the milestones that you set for yourself. Because if I go ahead and hit all the societal milestones and my own personal milestones are not hit, there really isn't that sense of fulfillment. But if you hit all your personal milestones and you've hit none of the societal milestones, it's the same thing. Like, there's just that feeling of, what the heck am I doing with my life? Like, everyone looking at me like an NFA. Like, do you understand? I mean, it's great to have had a plan for my life by 30, to be married, to have kids, to have a job, to have a life, blah, blah, blah. It feels great, like you feel like in society's eyes, you're doing good. But personally, I've had so many like wild milestones for myself. I remember at 18, I feel like I've shared this before, at 18, when I turned 18 on my 18th birthday, I cried because I felt like there was so much I wanted to have achieved for myself that I was just barely scratching the surface. So at 30, I do have a ton of personal goals that I am like, hey, listen, how am I 30 and how have I not achieved these things? And it's just putting me in this space where I need to I'm like, hey, wake up. You know what I mean? I don't know how you feel about 2024, but for me, it's just feeling like another year. But I can't have 2024, it'll just be another year. Like, I've had so many years where I'm just like, this is gonna be the year, this is gonna be the year, this is gonna be the year. But in 2024, I'm not holding my breath. There's this sense of this year carries something for me. But no year carries anything. Like, no single year carries anything. Every year is going to be what you make of it. So that's what I'm telling myself. Like, this year, I'm not like, oh, 2024 is a beautiful number. It's just, 24 is an even. No, like, it's like, what am I going to do for myself this year? And that brings me to my goals for this year. I shared my 30 by 30 or 30 after 30 or whatever you want to call it. My goals for 2024 are basically just a summary of every single thing that I mentioned in that video. This is the year where I put in the work. Listen, consistency. I feel like I'm actually tired of hearing consistency and then not being consistent. I'm tired of saying, hey, I'm gonna be consistent, and then I don't do it. It's like that feeling of not being able to govern yourself in a way where you hit your goals that you set for yourself. Oh my gosh, there's nothing more frustrating than not hitting a goal that you set for your own self. It's like, that's the least you could do. The burnout comes when you're consistent, but then you don't see the results that you're desiring after a certain, number of weeks, months, and you're just like, okay, it's not working. And then you throw in the towel. What if you were just 2 proposals away? What if you were just 3 pitches away? What if you were just 1 try away from hitting your goal, but then you gave up? You never know how close you were. That's one of the things I'm going to be working on this year. I'm also going to be searching for knowledge because what the heck, you guys? There's so much information out there. This is 2024. Like, I feel like everything is on the internet. Everything is on the internet. So I'm going to be searching for more knowledge this year in books, on the internet, looking for smarter ways to do certain things, looking for the smarter way to do things. We're not just going to work hard, we're going to work smart, because why keep working so hard when you can do the same thing easier? I would always pick easier over harder if they take me to the exact same place. I'm also really interested in building a community online, building a community in person, you know, just having that support. One thing that one of my pastors used to say, and it is that when God wants to bless you, he puts you in community. The only thing that God said was not good at creation was for man to be alone. So literally there's no plan for you to be alone. There's nothing you can accomplish by yourself. And that's why, like, sometimes I'm just so over this whole self-made billionaire, self-made millionaire, self-made this, self-made that. If you really think about it, and if you're really a grateful person, you realize that there's nothing great that was done alone. They say if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go with people. So building a community is something that I want to do this year, and I'm really excited because for the first time in a long time, this is a year where I'm just like, you know what? No single year carries anything. Like, what you get from the year is what you put into it. So yeah, I know it might sound like, yeah, duh, but if you really think about it, every new year you come with energy, you come with ginger, you come with vim. But then like at June, you're like, this year is not it, this year is not blah, blah, blah. But there's nothing in the year. Life stays lifing regardless of if it's 2020 or if it's 2050. Life just stays lifing. So why don't you just do what you need to do? Put in the work and then look back and see how far you've come. Yeah, I'm just really excited to get to the end of this year and look back at how much I've grown as a person and look at how far I've come from now to where my goals are. Like, I'm not trying to say 2024 is the year all my goals are hit. No, but I'm just trying to get from point A to point B this year. And one of the things I want to be consistent about is putting out a video every single week on YouTube. Oh my goodness. I've been trying to be consistent for years, but life stays lifing. So I just need to really prioritize it, get my act together, and I know this is something I could do because when I think about it, it's just 52 videos a year, one video every week. If you think about it, that's not a lot. 365 days and only 52 videos. Yeah, I know I've said this before, having kids motivates you, trust me. When you think about the values you're trying to put into your kid and you're like, yeah, keep going, don't give up, be consistent, and then you look at your life. Did you give up? Were you consistent? Like, I want to be one who preaches what I do. Like, I want my life to be the example that my kids see. But yeah, I just really wanted to touch base with you guys. Welcome to the new year. This is our first chit chat. I didn't want to just come through and just drop a new video or vlog, but I just wanted to have this little sit down with you guys. Let's have a little chit chat. Let's talk about the year. Let me know. I really want to know what your goals are for this year. I really want to know what you're trying to break free of in 2024. That is it, you guys. Thank you for watching this video. I will see you guys next time. Have a great 2024 and let's stay winning.